2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff.
Copy, 1 Alpha.
Vehicle position downrange. Trajectory nominal.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another stream. Now for some reason the stream I'm using as content, which is not a spaceflight, is deciding to buffer, probably because I'm on a mobile router, but yeah, we gotta do what we have to get streams up and running. So today's stream is gonna be coverage of the SLS launch. And as you can see, the SLS is already starting up and getting ready to... It's actually more than half fueled up, so good enough. I'm currently here with someone else as a narrator. This is Aikito. You can go ahead and present yourself to the chat.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm Aikido. Look, I'll be speaking often. I'll be focusing a lot more on just issues, tweets getting put out by NASA and official sources, and just bringing pretty much the latest news as much as I can to the stream.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aikido, for being here. And I'm gonna be covering the SLS launch up until I think it's up until TLI. It's gonna do 1.5 orbits, so 90 minutes, and I think I can do that. So I'm gonna be covering the launch up until the translunar injection, which is when the second stage fires to make sure that the Orion has enough velocity to actually reach the moon, and it'll actually surpass the moon and do a couple orbits. Actually, a couple orbits. It's 1.5 orbits again. So that's what's going to be happening today. This is the inaugural launch of SLS. How about you give your opinion on what's going to happen?
My opinion would be, looking with what's happening at the moment, main concern is engine number 3, the RS-20.
Yeah.
I reckon if they can get that pretty much sorted out, probably within the next, or as soon as I can, would be ideal. We definitely could get a launch today. However, if they're unable to solve it today, our next launch windows are pretty much the 2nd and the 5th of September. But hopefully we launch today.
Yeah, so as we were saying, it's the first launch of SLS. It's a test flight, so there are a lot of things that can go wrong. We can't just say them all like that. It's a long list of systems that haven't been tested, but even systems that have been tested, for example, the thruster on the Orion module. It has been on the space shuttle as an orbital maneuvering system, but it hasn't been used in a long time. I mean, since 2011. And the specific thruster that they're using was actually prior to that. So it's gonna be a long list of things that can go wrong, but hopefully we can go do a couple orbits around the moon and come back to Earth safely, and that's gonna be the main objective, which is to actually get to the moon and make sure that most systems that control the rocket, because I mean the Orion isn't such a concern. It's been tested before in Delta 4 test flight. Obviously if something fails it's gonna be a big problem, but it's the main concern right now is SLS. It's the one that has the biggest possibilities of failing. But hopefully it all goes well and we are going for establishing a human base on the moon and hopefully next Mars.
As it stands, I'm just gonna add, we are in a hold, unknown for how long this hold will go for. NASA plans to have it stream up, which I believe we are going to relay through. You can correct me on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is true. Hold on. Let me pull this up right here.
Either the NASA stream hasn't gone live yet. So
Yeah,
well.
I have the NASA stream right here, but I was just opening Google. We are currently at T minus 40 minutes and on a hold of unknown cause. We are expected to have a lot of holds because, I mean, it's a test flight, we'll never know. It's like when you watch Starship, you never know if it's gonna be today, tomorrow, or today, but 3 hours later. In this case, you can't do 3 hours later because there is a 2-hour window. But it's really unknown if we're launching later or if we're launching tomorrow or next week. Artemis 1 is a really important mission, but we just don't know for sure what's gonna happen. As I said, a test flight. So, Aikido.
Yeah, I will add is we ideally if scrub, it's better to scrub than have a rud, because if we have a rud, that's pretty much a lot of money down the drain.
Yeah, hold on, how many billion is it?
About 4 billion off the top of my head.
Yeah.
About 4 billion roughly down the drain. That's not including all the R&D costs and
Yeah,
pretty much
NASA reports the official cost of SLS as 11.8 billion over the same period. 2.7 billion in formulation design and 9.1 billion in development and implementation. That's gonna hurt.
yeah, it's better to scrub and make sure things are working than try and launch and it go boom. We don't want it to go boom. Well, we don't want rocket to go boom. We want engines boom to go down, rocket go up.
And if it were to rot and it happened on the pad, that was gonna be an even bigger issue because like just the mobile launch tower is expected to be at least $1 billion. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, also the repair